Hello and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas on Nyxus Gaming, Old World Blues. Last time we finally finished up all the talking here in this DLC. There's a bunch of talking here in the beginning. And we took a look around the sink here, got to know...
Spinal area against my primary instrument panel. I might vibrate at a soothing frequency.
We got to know the Sync Central Intelligence Unit there, which that was a little weird. Apparently it functions as a massager too. Today we're going to get out and start exploring the Big Empty. First off, we're going to go down to Higgs Village here, get a bunch of loot, and work on a brain's best friend there. Let's go ahead and head out. Now, a lot of the enemies here are actually pretty strong, I'm warning you now. So be ready for some good fights here in the Big Empty. Right away, we're attacked by a lobotomite here. And the whole time you're out here, you're gonna be berated at by Dr. Mobius over his loud intercom speaker, whatever you call it. But it is no big deal. You'll just keep going about what you're doing. We got another lobotomite here with an axe. Oof. One hit and he's down. He has a proton axe. We're gonna leave that, because there is actually a much better axe we can get around. Now you're going to find a lot of trucks and stuff around. Can I get up here? There we go. Because this, before the war, it was kind of like a military science base of sorts. So a lot of experiments happened here, funded by the military and various branches of the government. Who's shooting me? Oh, there's a bunch more over here. Alright, there we go. That's a bunch more lobotomites dead. They have a shish kebab here, which is the unnamed variant of my Gehenna here. The Gehenna is a unique shish kebab. That's basically what I was saying. And a bunch of other stuff we really don't need or want here. So that's the X2 antenna array that we need to go to for the first quest. We're going to skip that and head right next door to Higgs Village. So one thing about Big Mountain is there are a good bit of unique creatures here. Unique creatures that are the same as normal creatures, but they have a name, and they're a little bit more difficult. I think there is one creature in here. It is a Deathclaw, if I remember right. So I'm gonna heal up. It's a small Deathclaw, but it still might be dangerous. Should be next to one of the houses. In that little dog house there. It's not showing up on my radar though. Well, we got Gabe's bowl here. That's the thing we needed for the man's best friend quest. I'm not seeing the Deathclaw here. I thought it was here. It's gonna show up at some point and just attack me. But basically what we're going to do here, we're just going to work our way around in a circle and loot all these houses for everything that we need here. There's a lot of stuff here for us to get. So let's get started at door 104. Now each of these houses was owned by a member of the think tank, and I think one of them was owned by Dr. Mobius. So we'll see which ones are owned by who. This is house 104. Did I just crash? Cool, I did. Give me a second, guys. And I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully we don't crash a second time in a row. There we go. We're in the house now, house 104. Now, of course, I can't remember where all this loot is, so I'm just going to be very observant and definitely get everything on my first time through. right? Because that's how I do it, right? I always get everything. I never miss anything. I feel like I'm already missing stuff because there's really nothing over here. Alright, going upstairs, I guess. Got a camera. Now there are some hints here and there as to who owns what house. Like very clearly. You have teddy bears here. And who's the think tank scientist that calls you a teddy bear and is obsessed with human biology? This house belongs to Dala. So we can go in. She has sexy sleepwear with her. A bunch of other stuff. You're going to want to grab that holotape that I grabbed from that little shelf here. She has a bunch of teddy bears lined up here. And a footlocker with some bottle caps. Check the wardrobe. Nothing fancy in there. Is that... I guess that's the only thing you really need from her house. That holotape there. But I want to say the holotapes there, that was one to help you make skill books. So you can actually craft skill books. If your skills aren't maxed out, like mine are, that's kind of useful to have. Still waiting to see if that Deathclaw shows up, because I'm pretty sure it's there. This is house 108. We got a jukebox here. And a radio. Big empty box. I think this house might belong to what's his face? The guy that doesn't have a voice. I can't remember his name. It's not Boros, it's not Zero, it's not Klein, it's not Dala. Who's the last one? I can't remember his name. Oh well. But yeah, there's a bunch of radio stuff here. And he was pretty big on audio and stuff. He has a sync project for the jukebox. So at the end of this, we'll be getting another sync personality there. We'll go meet him after we're done back here. Got some more bottle caps. And into the next room. Got another jukebox and a opera singer audio sample. So the other reason I know this is his house is because he told us that those two things were in his house in Higgs Village. And I'm hoping that's all that's really in here. You see a bunch of pictures and stuff in here. Let's continue on. Now this one I know for a fact is Boros' house because it has Gabe's doghouse right behind it. And Gabe was his dog that he loved. So let's see what we can find in Boros' house. A bunch of bird cages. Okay, I guess he liked birds too. He has a basement there with a very hard lock on it. Can't actually pick that, but I believe there's a key somewhere we can grab too. So just take a look around. Hopefully we'll find the key. I don't know why I grabbed that bobby pin. I really don't need bobby pins anymore. Let's check upstairs. In the footlocker maybe? A bottle cap. In his bedroom here. Got a recipe for medicine skill books. That's useful to have. And it looks like there's the basement key right there in the bird cage. Anything else in the room here? We got another teddy bear. Has Dala been in here? God, I hope not. Psych, you guys thought I was just gonna ignore those bottle caps. Why would I ignore bottle caps, dude? Alright, let's check out the basement. What is down here? We got a bunch of kennels and crates and stuff. Nothing there. This teddy bear's all locked up with knives in it. Okay. Kinda gruesome. Alright, we got a ripper. which we don't need. Bunch of scalpels and dog hides. Uh-huh. Anything useful down here at all? I feel like there's definitely something down here. I'm just missing it. I have a list of all the loot within the village, but I figured I'd just go through and loot what I can first because it's a pretty big list. There's a lot to do here. And then after I'm all done, I'll check it off and see what I'm missing. But yeah, I'm not seeing anything else down here. So maybe we have it all here. Alright, moving on to the next house. Is that Deathclaw still not back here? It's not. I swear I remember a Deathclaw being back there. I can't remember if it gets triggered by something or what. But let's head into house 102. Got a bunch of computers everywhere. Let's head to the back first. Nothing too special back here. Seems like all the important loot in these houses is usually upstairs. Got a painting here for always love what always something for refreshing Nuka. I can't read that one word. I have no idea what that says. I feel stupid. I have no idea. Alright, moving on though. We got a toaster there. More computers. A wardrobe on the floor. Mentats. That's a hint as to who could own this house. Let's see. Wonder glue, filing cabinet. More mentats just everywhere. We got a recipe for science skill books. More mentats. A lot of mentats. What member of the think tank eats a lot of mentats? Well, you guys probably wouldn't know because we haven't met him yet. Because he's not part of the think tank anymore. But I know from playing this game, Dr. Mobius is a big mentat chewer. So I'm guessing that this is Dr. Mobius's house. And there's really nothing else in here. So let's is it these two I have left? I think it's these two. Into house 101. Alright, so we still need Klein and O's house? Zero's house? This looks pretty high and mighty here. A lot of wine, whiskey. Pretty nice in here. A vending machine in his house. That's kind of weird. Tin cans. It's very neat and tidy in here. So I'm going to go out on a whim and say that Zero is more neat and tidy than Klein. So this is probably Zero's house. He has a computer up there. First aid box. More mentats. Alright. Nothing on the bookshelf. We got a sync project for the book shoot. We have 2 personalities we can check on at the end of this episode. Terminal we can't read. Dr. Klein's glove. So it would appear that this is Dr. Klein's house. We have his glove. Is there anything else of his we can find? His scrubs here. So you definitely want to grab those. Those are unique. You can only get them here. And more mentats. I guess Dr. Klein was a fan of mentats too. But I think that's all we're going to find in this house. not gonna ignore one bottle cap. Why would I? Let's move on to the last one, which has to be Dr. Zero's house. Oh, and is this house 0? This is house 0. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, this is definitely his. You see destroyed Robco Securitrons. You know he hates Robco. And he's good at disabling robots. So this is... Oh. That's a picture of Mr. House with a bunch of knives in it. Yeah, I think this is definitely Zero's house. Alright, let's move upstairs and see what we can find. Got a footlocker with 5 bottle caps. Another destroyed Securitron. Head in here. Flipped over mattress, knocked over book stand. More bottle caps. A whole computer setup here. Almost like he was trying to mimic Dr. House, or not Dr. House, Mr. House, sorry. And I guess this was his bathroom. He overturned everything and turned it into a little computer generator room. Wires running into here. This terminal is not working though. We have the audio sample for the giant tarantula though. These audio samples are going to be useful later on. So I think... I know that's all the houses covered. I think it's all the loot. Is there a Deathclaw over here yet? No, I can't remember how to get the Deathclaw to spawn. I'm going to leave that for a second. I'm going to pause and look over my list here and mark off what we got. So I'll be back in a second. Alright, so it looks like we missed one thing. It's the skill book. It's the recipe to make repair skill books. Also, I looked up how to get this Deathclaw to spawn. It only spawns when you have the Wild Wasteland perk. It's a tiny Deathclaw named Stripe. Unfortunately, we never took the Wild Wasteland perk, so it's not going to show up for us. But the book, the recipe we're looking for... Oh my god, look at all these bottle caps I can't ignore. Oh my god. Oh, I don't even know what that was, but I picked it up. Alright. Sorry, I got distracted. I got distracted by the money. But anyways, the repair skill book we're looking for is in Boros's house. Or, I'm sorry, O's house. Zero's house. It's, is it downstairs or upstairs? It's like on a computer shelf. I guess it's upstairs. In the leftmost room, it said. I'm not seeing it. And I got the one that was sitting up there. Is this considered a computer shelf? Is that what that is? Well, again, I'm not seeing it. Is it downstairs? I thought I already checked downstairs. It's the repair skill book, right? That's the one we don't have. Let's see. We got the speech skill book. We got the sync project for the jukebox. The audio sample for the opera singer. The medicine skill book. The science skill book. The book shoot. And the giant tarantula audio sample. Yeah, we just need the repair skill book recipe. Which should be in this house. Like on the bottom shelf of a computer shelf? or something in the leftmost room. See, when it says leftmost room, I would think this one over here. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's not actually in the room. It's right next to the door. Okay. Well, that's everything we need here from Higgs Village. So now we're going to go ahead and leave here. We're all done here. We're going to head back to the sink and upload these 2 personality chips. We have the jukebox and the book chute, which neither of them are really useful, but you need them anyway for one of the quests, and I think one of the achievements. You need all the personality chips, so definitely want to do that. That's going to be the next place we go to, X2 transmitter array. In fact, if we have time, we might go ahead and do that this episode, because that's going to be quick. Alright. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's fast travel back to here. We'll set that strange transmissions. And let's just fast travel to Higgs Village, because I think there's going to be another sync project that we'll get in there anyway. That we'll just bring back with all the other ones. I don't want this episode to be too short, and I don't want the next one to be too short. I know this one's pretty quick, walk in, get up there, and grab it, so I'm gonna do both of these today. There it is right there, X2. There's the location drop. Now, this is where you're gonna start seeing robot scorpions, fair warning. You have a symbol there right on the door with a star. I wonder who that could be. Immediately we got some red here.
Do not be alarmed.
That's not actually a scorpion, but okay. There's the sync project for the light switch. Now I'm not too sure on what other loot here is here. I have a list, I just haven't checked through it because this was originally going to be a separate episode. But I decided to jump the gun and do it anyway. Alright, moving on. Just climb your way up here. Killing anything in your path. Get a level up. Let's see. Energy weapons. Go there. Guns up to 60. And back to energy weapons. Cool. Alright.
Target identified.
Here's the last enemy here.
To continue.
Easy. So this heads out to the big empty here. But I don't think this is actually where we want to come out at. I think we, yeah, we don't want to come out here. We want to go up that ladder that was in the middle there. Right up here. Alright, here we are at the top here. Want to climb up here. And grab this, the X2 antenna.
Trying to steal the X2 transmitter array antenna, are you? You won't succeed. Not if my lethal robo-scorpions have any say in the matter.
Alright, and now that we have that, Mobius is going to start sending his Robio Scorpions after us. But before we go down and deal with that, give me just a second so I can check on the loot here. And it was literally just the sync project that we already got, so we are all good here. Here's our first Robo Scorpion. Why, what's going on here? I think I was hitting the Protectron there and not the Robo Scorpion.
Are you sure you scanned something?
Am I sure? I don't know. Alright, we got more of them as we come down. And you know, I'm kind of realizing the boss for this DLC is going to be a little problematic as a melee character. I don't know if I've ever done it as a melee character. So that's going to be fun. Oh my. Yeah, no, that's not going to be fun at all. But they're taken care of now. We're walking out of the antenna array now.
Soon the technologies will be safe.
And we got more.
Intruder, return what you have stolen sticks to. You won't escape me.
Man, I feel like these things just take a beating. Is there one more over here? I won't be able to fast travel if there's one more. Damn it. I mean, it's not a long walk back. I'd rather fast travel back. But alright, let's I guess get on a walk back to the sink. That one enemy is up there, I'm pretty sure. Are we out of range now? Can we fast travel? Yeah, we can. Okay. Head to the sink balcony. Did I just crash again? Jesus Christ. Give me a second, guys. Alright, and I'm back, guys. Sorry about all the crashing. It's an old game. It doesn't always run great, but I love it all the same. Alright, so we have the book chute, the light switch, and the jukebox. Let's start with the book chute.
Ah, good day, citizen. Library Processing Unit 232.7 is online and ready to eradicate sedition.
Eradicate sedition?
Of course, citizen. That's my duty and sole joy in life. All those books from before the war, full of seditious, treasonous, complicated thoughts. Just dump them in and lickety-split. I'll have them pulped, scrubbed clean, and pressed out again clean and white and sedition-free.
Can you do anything besides processing books?
What good is eradicating sedition if the malcontents have ready access to the means to make more, citizen? I could also process pencils and clipboards. Wait a moment. Pencil processors offline? Pencil processors offline? Apologies, citizen. It seems traitors have absconded with that module. If you can find a backup copy of the module, I will happily eradicate your ability to create seditious literature.
So you make blank books. What's the point of that?
Blank books are better for the mind, citizen. Real science by real men in lab coats has proved that introducing outside thoughts confuses the brain. Blank books encourage the reader not to question, but to blindly and zealously accept what's put in front of him. Also, I suppose you could use them to keep a journal.
But those books are our last legacy of the time before. You can't destroy them.
Citizen, that sounds dangerously seditious. If my re-indoctrination module was installed, I'd take care of that for you. Sadly, that system was cut for budget concerns, so you'll have to perform your own indoctrination. Now, to begin with, you'll need a cage that can fit over your head and a sack of mole rats.
Blank books, huh? Yeah, I think I can find a use for those.
Now you're thinking like a citizen, citizen.
Other questions?
Questions are dangerously close to independent thought, citizen.
Yeah, nothing right now.
Stay loyal, citizen.
Alright, so basically what the book chute does, it takes all your junked up books and destroyed, ruined books, and I guess pencils and paper and stuff, and it gives you blank books out of them, which I believe can be used to make these skill books that we're getting the recipes for. So kind of useful if you want to make a bunch of those skill books. Next up, do we have one or two? I think we have one.
What the word proletariat means. Do you know what that makes you? Well-read and erudite. For a communist.
So that's the thing. It's going to get pretty noisy in this sink the more personalities you add, because they'll all just be talking to you everywhere you go. But this is light switch 1.
Oh my. Partial functionality restored. That's less than optimal.
What function do you serve? Do you serve butter?
Dr. Mobius and I were deeply involved in research on the ability of light levels to enhance human cognition.
What were the results?
We observed a fascinating phenomenon. Certain spectra of visible light actually increased cognitive function and reasoning ability. Of course, Dr. Mobius's brain is so big already, we had a hard time measuring it.
Can you turn those lights on for me?
As much as I'd love to, I'm afraid not. The data from that study has gone missing. You'll have to find a backup if you want to use the smart lights.
Alright, well, I have to go then. We'll talk later.
Certainly. I'm looking forward to it.
So, yeah, the light switch doesn't really do anything right now. You have to get the second upgrade for it to activate the smart lights. So, not really too useful to have right now. What's the other one we have? The jukebox.
Ooh, yeah, dig that sweet music. Damn, it's good to be back online.
What's your purpose here?
Dig, I'm an acoustical wizard kid. Old Doc Mo used me to prototype his sonic weapon designs. Get me a good sample base to work from, and I can whip up a wave that makes Jericho look like a kazoo.
Can you do anything like that for me?
Got yourself a sonic emitter, don't you? Thought so. Bring that old thing on in here and bring me some sound samples and I'll make that baby sing. Or scream, if that's what you want.
Well, I found a Soundwave file for you.
Right on, Daddy-o. Just plug it in and I'll mix you up a sweet, sweet sound.
Alright, so, we gave it the opera singer one and the tarantula that we found. Do you play music?
Used to. Long time ago. Then old Doc Mo ripped out my music drives and stuck in more acoustical processors. Guess you could say I got the blues, even if I can't play them no more.
Alright, well,
Get you later, Gator.
before I show off that, let's pull out the sonic emitter, because I don't think I've used it yet. It has the Revelation on it, which does bonus damage against robots and power armor, and critical strike paralysis, and minus 20 HP. I think on hit, definitely not you. Yeah, on hit it's minus 20 HP, and if you fire it, I can't seem to fire it. Do I need the actual upgrade from the main quest first?
Light switch. You know she's riddled with viri, don't you?
Yeah, okay, so I guess I can't actually use this. Let's
What's the haps?
do I have to recalibrate it first?
Right on, Daddy. Let's spin some grooves.
Let's recalibrate Revelation and give it the opera singer. Alright, so you gotta re-equip it. This one has critical kill dismemberment, HP minus 20. And again, I can't use it. Uh-huh.
What's the haps?
Well, I'll switch to the third one just to see what it does. Tarantula. And this one has critical strike incendiary. Okay. So, that's what those three do. I don't think we can actually use the sonic emitter until we do high school horror, which is actually what we'll be doing next episode. So that's what we'll do then. Let me go ahead and re-equip my Gehenna. Right here, yep. And I think that's all we got here for the sync for now. There's still a bunch of stuff we can get for the sync. That's going to be most of this DLC, hunting stuff for the sync. So let's head out to Big Mountain. Next episode, we'll be making our way over to the X8 Research Center. I will see you guys then. Bye-bye.